I want to talk about something that I believe is one of the leading causes for the breakdown of relationships that pertain our ancestors. It's ingrained into so much of the language that we use around the ancestral, and I think it forms a foundation that has not been interrogated, and as a result, one that ultimately is just not the right foundation for a relationship that one should be building between themselves and their ancestors. Today I want to talk about entitlement, edlozini. Hello and welcome to Sangoma Society. My name is Uhani Wagamakwagwa Epasini. I am Hani Tell a Story on all social media platforms, and Makhosi Nomabutho emsamo. And this is Sangoma Society, where we demystify the ancestral. And today I would like to talk about entitlement, edlozini. You know, when it comes down to it, when we peel back everything, the fact that we imagine that our ancestors chose us, and not that we understand that our ancestors were chosen by us, by our highest selves, our souls, who were seeking passage into this incarnation. We petitioned our ancestors to gain passage into this realm through their existing bloodline. Now, this is if you have a calling, you don't have a calling. If you are breathing and you are on this earth, you have manifested here through a pre-existing bloodline. That bloodline has its ancestors, and for you to be manifested in this realm, those ancestors had to facilitate for you to be born into their bloodline at your behest. You asked for this. If we all understood that as the point of departure that brings us to where we are with our ancestors, then we would understand that the first thing that our ancestors gave us is the blood of their blood and the bones of their bones to carry our souls into this realm, into this incarnation, onto earth. Impilo. That's the first thing that our ancestors gave us. All of us. Each and every human being here. So when you want to know what you have to be thankful for, what they've ever done for you, start there. Oh, I didn't even want to be born. Okay. Then why did you ask them? You know, we have such a limited understanding of incarnation, of life's purpose. And then we take our limited understanding and we project it onto the ancestors, and we infantilize beings who live and exist in a place where there is no space-time continuum. And we talk about in their time, and we talk about ukulindela idlozi. Awulindelanga idlozi. Idlozi kakade lifikile. Idlozi lilindele wena. Who are you to wait on the ancestors? The ancestors have been patiently waiting on you to wake up to the truth of your reality. The ancestors have been patiently waiting for you to wake up to the truth of the lessons that they have brought into your life, the truth of the gifts that they have brought into your life. But you don't know how to utilize those gifts. You don't know how to apply those lessons because you don't have the perspective. But you're so entitled to what you think you deserve from the same ancestors that gave you life, that you imagine that they're like some children that you have to understand. It upsets me. It upsets me, let's not lie. I'm upset. That much is obvious. It upsets me because entitlement breeds contempt. And however you look at it, contempt is disrespect. And when you do not respect the blood of your own bones, then what hope do you have of respecting yourself as a person? How can you possibly self-actualize if that is the standpoint, your point of departure? It's heartbreaking, it's frustrating. If a person has not recognized in themselves their entitlement, you as a person whom may be trying to help them recognize their entitlement, it's very easy for you to find yourself on the other side of their accusing finger. Because if they believe themselves to be a victim of their ancestors, you, by extension of trying to make them see their entitlement, you're now victimizing them in their narrative. So yeah, it upsets me. Upsets me a lot. Because it breaks my heart when I see truly gifted people not being able to fulfill their potential because of their entitlement. It upsets me because each and every one of us who is born onto this planet has a divine purpose in God. And if you can't get to the other side of your entitlement to see that, then you've wasted an incarnation. This is an opportunity that you have gained to actually manifest the intention set by your highest self in this lifetime. But you're choosing the comfort of the narrative that you're a victim of your ancestors. You're not giving yourself the opportunity to awaken to the reality of being able to transmute lifetimes and lifetimes of karma through the guidance of the forebearers of your bloodline. You're choosing a story that makes them the bad guys because it keeps you comfortable, because it makes your ego feel safe. Who wouldn't be upset if they could see that? If you're asking, okay, fine, then what? What's the right way to go about it? Accountability is the antithesis of entitlement. If you can take a moment to consider the possibility that you chose your life, your highest self chose the obstacles that you're faced with in this life for the sake of transmuting your karma in this incarnation, and that you can free yourself from the cycle of life and death in the earthly realm through holding this reality as your point of departure when you're addressing anything that you have to heal through in your life, and when you're addressing how it is that you go about building a relationship with your ancestors. If you can begin by understanding that you chose your ancestors before they accepted you, before they gave you the blood of their bones, before they loved you into being. If you can respect your highest self and the choice that that self made for your soul's mission, then you will have begun the journey of holding yourself accountable. And if you can hold that truth, come what may, if you can hold that truth as a perspective through which you see the world, then the likelihood is that you will not waver in your accountability. The likelihood is that you will be able to learn through the challenges that life brings. The likelihood is that you will realize the blessing that this life can be. Because believe me, once you allow contempt for your own ancestors to breed in you, it's just a small step until you start comparing what your ancestors are doing for you and what other people's ancestors are doing for them. And if you don't realize that you are where you are through your own actions, ayikusele kancane ukuthi uthakathe. Them's the facts, beloved. Dallas is born. You wouldn't be the first. I hope you've enjoyed this conversation about accountability, edlozini. Let's interrogate our entitlement. Let's normalize that. Let's change the story. We know it's not the truth, but for banter, we continue with the narrative about being chosen. What is it serving? What is it that it's making you feel? Let's maybe talk about that in the comment section. My name is Uhani Wakamakwako. Makhosi Nomabutho Ensamo, and this is Sangoma Society, where we demystify the ancestral. You can find out more about everything pertaining to the ancestors via sangomasociety.com. We also discuss various topics right here on this YouTube channel, as well as on all social media platforms at Sangoma Society. Until next time, I hope this watered your garden. Makhosi.